Hello internets, this is BoneCarlos coming to you live with another quote-unquote weapons optimization guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the MK46, unlocked at level 54. It does have a 100 round ammo capacity, 150 if you decide to put on extended mags. Now, the RPM, or rate of fire, for this weapon is 857 rounds per minute, the highest in the LMG category. The damage is around standard at 40 up close, 34 at a distance. What this means, you're going to be killing in 3 shots up close and 3 shots at a distance. Now, the range starts off at 18.75 meters. That's when the damage drop-off does occur, and continues on to 37.5 meters. Unfortunately, it wasn't part of the buff that pretty much canceled out all the range in 3 out of the 5 LMGs. Now, for the reload time, it is 8.67 seconds, 7.13 if you're only adding on to the light machine gun. As for the intangibles, the iron sights are fairly average. I mean, they remind me a little bit of an M4 kind of feel, alongside also with the MK14 as well. So if you can get used to those kind of iron sights, the more power to you. You'll be able to free up that attachment slot for something other than a sight. Now, as for the recoil, it is fairly high, but if you do decide to add on the kick proficiency, it's fairly spot on and accurate. Even if you do decide to go full auto, after a few seconds it does kind of stray, but at that point the enemy should be dead. Now, as for the classes, this is an LMG class, LMG obviously, and I tried to do some sort of support role, i.e. taking an anti-air kind of thing, but I felt that I was lacking in that. There was something just lacking out of it, so I just tried to do a straight assault type class, you know, quick draw, stalker, sleight of hand, something along that nature, and I felt like I was still lacking in the whole class for some reason. So I found there was a nice little mashup that I found, a nice little mixture of both that I was able to find, and that really worked well in my opinion. Now, for the proficiency, you're going to be using kick. And for your attachments, you're going to be using extended mags. For the first perk, you're going to be using blind eye. For the second perk, really, it's all up to you. You could use assassin, you could use quick draw, you could use hardline, whatever you really want, and it'll work with this setup that I'm talking about. And for the third perk, use stalker. Now, what you're going to be doing with this is primarily taking down air supports, obviously, since you have a blind eye, and with the added points of extended mags, with the added ammo of extended mags, and on top of that kick, you'll be able to take down pretty much anything in the sky except an AC-130. Now, if you do run support with a Stinger and then also a SAM turret, you'll be able to take down an AC-130 in one Stinger shell if you are a little bit smart with your shots. And this is pretty much the overall class that I found really just enjoyable. Nothing survived in the air at all for any sort of time, and you still help with that frontal assault by taking down enemies, especially with kick, especially with extended mags. You're going to be shooting for days, and you'll just have the time of your life. Now, there was a second class that I did find almost as enjoyable, and it was pretty much the same as the first class, but just with a little tweak. Instead of using kick, extended mags, you're going to be using stability and a thermal. You're still going to be using blind eye, but for the second perk, definitely go with quick draw, mainly because the ADS time for the thermal is a little bit higher than using it naked, and quick draw just kind of brings you down to a good amount of time that you want to be able to do that. And for the third perk, just use stalker. You're going to be moving around corners. You're also going to be strafing left and right, especially if there's tall buildings, to bring down that air support. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If not, leave a comment down below on what I could do to make these more enjoyable for you. Other than that, let me know how this class works out for you, or a preferable class setup for this LMG of your own. Thanks, and that's it for me. Later, guys.